Good evening everyone and welcome to the Esports Mini League. We are here for Mini League 2, which I should have put in the title and I've just realised that. We are here of course for round 1 in Belgium at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. What a track it is as well. Arguably one of the most historic tracks on the F1 calendar and indeed in the world. And we are here once again to bring you the action for Mini League 2. Of course, if you are tuning in and don't know me, I am James Head. I'm going to be taking you through the stream here tonight, doing a solo commentary as per usual. We have split the streams into round 1 and round 2, so you will see this stream and then you will see the next stream obviously set up as when we go into Japan for round 2 of the championship. Looking at the squads though, we do have a really good mix of drivers and a really good mix of teams this season. So for the teams, we've got Nexus Esports, TTGaming Academy, OWR Esports, TNR Esports and PMP Esports as well. So all 5 teams relatively new to the Mini League in terms of, I think it's some of these guys is, I know for in PMP's case, it is their first time here in Mini League 2, so we warmly welcome them to the Mini League and hopefully they do enjoy their experience here and they drive cleanly and fairly because it is team game at the end of the day. Of course, we've got Nexus, TTGaming Academy, OWR and TNR, and I'm actually thrilled to be bringing the action once again. Looking at the teams we've got, we'll start off with Nexus. I will try and pick out on some of the drivers that are in the other teams as well. But for Nexus, we do have Cats, we have got, or we had Nexus Aspects, yep, we've got James Killer, and we should have another driver coming in for Nexus as well out of their squad. They've got 8 drivers in total available for their team. TTGaming Academy, we have got Maximus, Sean, Tim Venting and Conti. So 2 Dutchmen and 2 Brits in the lineup here tonight for TTG. And obviously the action going to be happening out on track pretty soon, so I'll try and get through this quite swiftly. OWR have got Bear Remy, Vax Viking, Hades, and looking through, they've also got Atlas Corpo here as well. Very familiar names to the Mini League lineup, of course. TNR Esports, on the other hand, the main team for the Norwegian esports team, and they have got Steph. They have also got, just having a look through, Tanbergo, Virus, and Z3, who is also spectating along as well. He was going to join me in commentary, but sadly declined. And obviously, we do wish him well because he is hosting the lobby as well, and he'll be looking on board with the action and probably updating the points maybe as well as we go along. PMP Esports, the final team on our list is Ginger, Terra Racer, Cassage, I'm going to pronounce, or Cass, I'll pronounce him as Cass. And we've also got, unless I've missed somebody, I think PMP are just down to 3 drivers currently. Of course, if anybody hasn't been given invites, do ensure that your team owner or the person that is being put in charge of the invites to actually get the invites out. We will be starting very shortly indeed for Mini League 2. And just to remind you about the alternative point system that we do have here tonight. First is 25 points, second 22 points, third 20 points, with 4th 18, 5th on 16, 6th 13, 9th on 12 and 10th on 11, and that all the way ranges all the way down to 20th place, which does pay for a point, which I think is going to be very key, I think, to the action out on track. Of course, every point scoring position, every position that you see here tonight is a point scoring position, so it is of course much better to stay in the race and pick up points for your team than it is maybe to quit out of the race if you've had an incident. Of course, any incidents that you do want to send in as well will be given. Do give your footage into your team owner, who will then forward it on to our stewards, and then we can have a look at the action, of course, as unfolded out on track. We are here though for Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Originally an original triangle shaped track built on public roads in 1921 by Jules de Thiers and Henry Langlois von Oppem. Originally was a 14.9 kilometre circuit. Recently, I say recently, redeveloped in 1979, and it is the longest track on the calendar in Formula 1. Over 7 kilometres long, which to you and me is about 4.2 or 4.3 miles, I do believe, out on track. It was Juan Manuel Fangio who did win as part of the championship as well. And of course, you guys know what the circuit's like, because I am not going to really go into it that much. But hopefully everyone enjoying the stream of course get in touch if you are supporting any of the teams, if you are supporting me in the comment section as well. Of course, do keep it clean and do keep it fresh, because we are monitoring the chats. So serve this as a bit of a warning going forward. And that, I mean, will be for both streams tonight, because we've got Mini League 1 following on after 8:30. So if you are tuning in to Mini League and you're expecting the likes of Livid and ILRT, then I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with me for an hour and a half, because I'll be taking you through both Belgium and Japan later on as well, from 7:45 that will be from. As we get into Nexus Chaos has just joined. He's using his other account by the looks, but that is Nexus Chaos has just joined. So Nexus are going to be up a driver. We have got no names coming on the right hand side. It will be very difficult for me with us running the multiplayer car. I hope everyone's probably got the same livery, very different livery, so that will probably help out. I will just take the names from the left hand side of my screen, and hopefully all the names are going to load up, which they have done, which is absolutely fantastic. 18 drivers out on track. Do again show your support for the drivers out on track. I should say it's 19 drivers. TNR have added Hazara into their lineup, and PMP Ginger had to rejoin, but he is back in as well. We should be getting going very soon indeed for the Mini League Round 2 action. Looking at everyone tuning in, looking like a very good turnout, I've got to say, from everyone. Of course, if you don't want to miss out on the action, do like, comment and subscribe. We've got Onyx in the chat, we've got Lawmans in the chat, very familiar names to me. I've commentated on you guys before, of course, and if you are tuning in for the first time, then welcome to my world for an hour and a half or so. You will enjoy the commentary, I'm sure of that, and hopefully the action on track will be just as good here for Mini League 2. It is the 7th Mini League that we've ran. We'll go on board, of course, with a driver here in one-shot qualifying, and we'll stick, hopefully, on board a full lap round here. And we're going on board with James Killer, who is a very familiar driver of mine that I've commentated on. Nexus looking like they're running the pink and white livery, the tri-star livery there, coming through turn 1. And James Killer now on the run down the hill towards the infamous Rouge and Radion. Radion, of course, being at the top of the hill, not to be confused, of course, and not getting the other way around. James Killer just managing to get through there, but that is not what you like to see. This track can be very hard at times, and trust me, that is just that is just for something to come. Let's go on board then with PMP Terror Racer. PMP, of course, making their debut here in the esports. Through the first sector he comes to Lecom, and now down towards X Corner, recently given a name, was formerly known as No Name, but it is now X Corner as he comes towards halfway through the middle sector, and on the run down towards Puhon, which you can take a little bit flat out, but you don't want to be catching the curve on the inside, because it will send the car around. Cass G, Ginger and Terror Racer, and literally nearly a commentator's curse there. Terror Racer just catching the inside of the curb. This is what I mean by how difficult the track is going to be tonight. Terror Racer now through the left and right before we come towards the second sector split and towards Stavolo. Now coming through the right hand, and now PMP Terror Racer looking good, venting right up there. When I said a medium compound of tyres, it's a 15.7 through the middle sector for Terror Racer. We should be expecting lap times to be around the mid 140s, I would imagine, from these guys. Cass, Ginger, Wenting, Terror Racer and Hades all up in the top 5 at this moment in time. Of course, it might change until the line. Coming through the bus stop chicane now for Terror Racer. Through the final 2 corners, he has to get the flat-out run. Looks like it might be a PMP 123, and it is Cass, the Dane, who takes it by only 0.05 of a second. Ginger, I think, might just have a bit of a say on that, I think. Terror Racer in 3rd, so PMP 123, Venting in 4th, and Hades in 5th position. A very good lap, I may say, from Venting on a set of medium compound of tyres. There he is, just coming through Arouge and Radio. We're just waiting for James Killer to come across the line. He has set a valid lap time there down in 16th position. There's a couple of drivers that have had invalidations. Not surprised really, given that it is Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and we are here of course in Belgium. This is the full rundown of the order from one-shot qualifying, and it is Cass who takes it from Ginger in second, PMP 1, 2, 3 with Terror Racer in third. Tim Venting is in fourth with Hades in fifth. A very good lap there, I may say, from Venting on a set of mediums. Hades in fifth with Sean in sixth, Maximus in seventh, Katz in eighth, doing best of the Nexus guys, Tamberg in ninth. Tamburgo in ninth, in fact. Conti in 10th, Bear Remy, Atlas Corporal, Vax Viking, Steph, Hazara, James Killer. Looks like Steph, Hazara, James Killer made mistakes on their laps. Virus, Aspects and Cam all being disqualified, picking up invalidations on their lap respectively. Of course, if you do want to make any predictions in the comments section, do that. We will be monitoring the chat, of course, during the course of the night, so no foul play, please. Not aimed towards any. Here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to watch 11 laps of action here at Belgium, and that will be to watch the mini league unfold beneath your eyes. Of course, if you have been tuning into some of my commentaries in the past couple of days or so, you will have heard me going on about a certain Love Island. I'm not going to be mentioning that on the stream. I don't want to mention anything about that. I'll be watching it tonight, and that's all I am going to say on that. But we are here, of course, in Belgium. And I'll have a look through the comments section when we go on the formation lap. Of course, we've got Chaos in as well. So all 20 drivers for round one. Of course, the teams, I think, can change it up to round two as well for Japan. So they might have different drivers for the different races. But we are now underway on the formation lap. And looking at the strategies, of course, Tim Venting, the only one on a set of medium compound of tyres. I thought I didn't have any game sound there. I do apologise. I'll turn up my TV just a bit. Cass, Ginger and Terror Racer then lead us up on this formation lap, and what a formation lap it is. Probably one of the most scenic and probably one of the most difficult formation laps you could probably have in the F1 calendar. Looking through the strategies though, Venting obviously on a set of mediums, the top 10 qualifying on their respective tyres. So softs for Cass, Ginger, Terror Racer, Hades, Sean, Maximus, Kat, Tamburgo, Conti. These guys don't get into any contact. They don't have to really worry about strategies tonight because it's always all about a team event. And these guys will be working for themselves, I think, and they'll be also working for their team more than themselves, if you know what I mean by that. Obviously, these guys have to work together to get as many points as possible on the board. And of course, we do have 2 rounds of action. We've got rounds 3 and 4 coming next week as well in Germany and Singapore. That will be covered live on the channel as well. Looking at the rest of the strategies, though, we've got a bit of a mix-up from 11th downwards. So we've got quite a few on the mediums, actually. Bear Remy, Atlas Corporal, Vax Viking, Steph, Hazara, Nexus Aspects and Cam, all on a set of medium compound of tyres. Now they will of course be on the fresh set of the mediums as opposed to Venting, who of course is on a much worn set of the medium compound of tyres. He will probably be feeling around 3-4% per lap tyre wear. It might even be more than that around this track. I know for the softs they're probably going to be going off at around about lap 4, lap 5. We should see the pit stops come from around then. For the mediums, if drivers are going mediums to softs, you would expect them in around lap 7, I think, lap 8, maybe to do what I like to call a splash and dash, which is essentially to try and gain the track position and to try and pick up as many points as possible for their teams. We're coming toward the end of the formation lap, and looking on the just to pick up on the set of soft runners as well, James Killer, Virus and Chaos, all on a set of softs. I'm going to have a look at the comments section, see how you guys of course are doing in the comments section. I will check that as well at the beginning of stream 2, which will be coming up. OWR currently outscoring TNR. I'm scared. Ooh. The last time I had James in the com box is like a year ago. I know, it is so far ago. It is so long ago. I think it was in the TFRL days back then. But We are here for Mini League 2 and I can't wait for the action to begin. I'm sure you guys have got all of your ingredients ready, your popcorn, your drinks, whatever, because this is going to be a wild and wacky ride here in Spain, here in Belgium. The 5 red lights are about to go out. I'm going to preempt them because they're not going out at the minute. The 5 red lights then are about to go out here in Belgium. Very long hold. Cam gets a drive-through penalty, but it is lights out and away we go. Cam might have to give up the positions, but off the start, Venting's got a good start around the outside. 3 wide in behind. Hades looking up the inside into La Source at turn 1. There's been a bit of contact in the background. I think Conti has been caught up in that. James Killer, Bear Remy, I think, might have been involved in that, but it's a PMP 1-2 as they come up through a Rouge and Radion for the first time. All clean through the leaders, and it's Cass and Ginger going side by side. On the Kemmel straight they come. Cam is round in the background. Aspect has been caught up in something. They are out of the race, and it looks like, I thought there was a VSC, but there's not. Ginger gets the lead from Cass in second. Looks like Cass already beginning to feel the tires. Venting in third, Teresa fourth, Tamburgo and Hades up positions 5th and 6th with Sean in 7th, Maximus 8th, Katz in 9th, Steph in 10th. Chaos trying to get on the back of Steph, not quite going to manage, and it's actually Virus and Atlas Corporal going side by side and behind, and Virus has taken it around the outside, so Virus into 8th, gets the outside of the corner, beautiful move, and Virus is up into 12th position, so he passes actually the main team driver right there. Ginger though is out in front, and he's absolutely flying early on. He's got 1.1 seconds, and essentially I think what Cass is probably going to try and do is back up the field at this point, with Venting and Terroressa of course in behind. Venting there caught in a bit of a PMP sandwich, as I like to call it, with the 2 drivers of course being in 2nd and being in 4th place respectively. Dramatic that one. We'll try and analyse that a little bit more in detail. Of course, we didn't see many of the incidents. Do send in your POV footage if you do have it and on record. Venting, however, on the inside into the bus stop chicane. Cass might have to give up lightly. He won't give up this lightly, and he's back through on the inside and he holds P2. Venting, of course, will be on a much fresher set of the tyres. Ginger leads at the end of lap 1 from Cass in 2nd. Look at Terror Racer terrorising him right on the back, coming through the source at turn 1. Once again onto lap 2, and Ginger leads from Cass in 2nd, Venting in 3rd, Teresa in 4th. Let's go POV footage from Venting. Let's ride him on board. We come up through a Rouge and Radion. Terror Racer just in behind this as well. It could be 3 wide coming down the Kemmel straight. Tamburgo, I think that is in the background, that is round looking at the left hand side of the screen. Could be 3 wide down into the down into Lecom, I should say. Cass holds the position from Venting, and they hang on for Grim Knife. 2nd, 3rd and 4th stay as they are. Hades in 5th, Sean in 6th. That again I think is Tamburgo round in the background. Yeah, he's just been overtaken by Atlas Corporal. He's got left side end plate damage, so he's had contact with the wall coming through a Rouge. You don't want to be really flattering out the power, I've got to say, through a Rouge and into Radion, especially at the top of the hill, because you do get that back end does tend to step out. Sean trying to, well, not bully Hades out of the way, but a little bit of a love tap there from Sean on the back of Hades. This is 5th and 6th coming towards Stavilo for the 2nd time. Chaos, meantime, is up the inside of Steph. We just missed that, but Chaos is through. He's up to 9th place, and that's right from the back of the grid as well. So Chaos making up good positions. There are the position changes at about near towards the end of lap 2 here. Ginger's game 1, Venting is game 1. Goodness me, Steph was so close to the wall there at Stavilo. Now Chaos is pressurising Cat. Both Nexus drivers, of course, running with their respective liveries, and they're coming now down towards the bus stop chicane once again. It looks like they're going to stay as they are. Yeah, Chaos stays in the position. Bear Remy and Tamburgo swap positions for 14th and 15th. We'll try and flick on board with some battles for you guys, but just in general terms, Ginger leads the way by 0.8 of a second. That gap has just reduced slightly. Maximus, however, right on the back of Sean, so the 2 TTG drivers going very nicely indeed. Of course, familiar faces to you guys who may regularly tune in on TTTV. As we now ride on board with these guys, Terroressa will be trying to get Venting as well down the straight. However, with the DRS train in operation. Venting is just beginning to get away slightly on the straight. Terroressa right on the back of him. Maximus and Sean swap positions. So TTG do a bit of a switch around. Switcheroony again, maybe. Sean trying to look around the outside of Lecom. Chaos and Cat have swapped positions just in the background of shot there as well. So, helping out each other, which is good to see. Obviously, we did have a few bits of contact early on. Conti's been in the pits. Vax Viking's been in the pits. Calman Aspect, thing might have got caught up at the exit of Radion at the top of the hill onto the Kemmel Straight. We think they might have contacted together at the top of the hill, possibly not in avoiding action at all. So obviously I think just the drivers in the wrong place at the wrong time. That is what I'm trying to say there. But Ginger 9/10 ahead of Cass, doing a good job, I've got to say. The PMP guys, they've got 3 out of the top 4 drivers currently out on track. We're right on board though further down the field with Steph and Virus, who are 10th and 11th for the TNR team. Steph just running a little bit wide, nearly onto the curb through Stavilo, and that is Katz just ahead of them as well. Chaos right on the back of Sean. So Chaos now under pressurising Sean, now coming through Blanchimont and then down into the bus stop chicane once again, as Ginger will lead us on to lap 4. None of the guys pitching in just yet. We should see the first round of pit stops coming for the set of soft runners who were in the top 10. They should be coming into the pits, I would expect, at the end of this lap or maybe next lap as well. Maximus right on the back of Hades coming through La Source at turn 1. And Hades and Maximus hanging on. There's a bit from wing damage actually. I think Katz has got, Katz looks like he's got left side end plate damage. That left side end plate has completely gone off, I think, on that car. As Hades has gone miles wide, nearly onto the grass. Maximus is going to have him around the outside though. That is going to give Sean and Chaos maybe the edge as well to try and catch back up. They're not going to be close enough. Steph is going past Katz easily down the straight, so Steph has got P9 just in the background of shot there. We're on board with these guys now. Ginger, Cass, Venting, still your top 3. Terroressa in 4th. There's not really been many changes as Sean launches it up the inside down into X corner. Forces Hades slightly wide off track, but that is good racing right there. Sean, I think, was always going to get the position done on the inside into the corner, and Sean is through and he's up to 6th position. Hades and Chaos right on the back of this as well. Of course, when they get to the DRS zone, of course, there is only 2. Is trying to look around the outside of Hades, not quite good. Cass, Venting, still currently your top 3 out on track. Hopefully you guys enjoying the action out on track. We're right on board with Chaos, who is on the back of Hades. This is round the mid-pack battle, and in fact, Ginger has been cost a little bit, unless he's coming into the pits and is giving Cass a bit of slipstream to come in next lap. This could be a bit of tactical influence that we are seeing from the PMP drivers. Cass is into the pits, so Cass comes into the pits, Ginger leads him on, so that was a bit of a toll there. They probably had a little bit of team orders there, if I've got to be honest. Hades is into the pits as well, so Hades is into the pits. We've got Virus into the pits as well. James Killer having a bit of snap of oversteer coming out of bus stop chicane, but looking at the moment, Ginger is controlling the race out in front, and Venting in 2nd, Terroressa in 3rd. Hopefully you guys are doing well in the comments. I'll have a tune into them and see what you guys are doing. There's a lot of Dutch going on in the chat, I've got to be honest. It's nice to talk in Dutch, it's nice to talk in natural language, as long as you're not saying anything rude about any of the drivers or about me, then it's all fine. I don't understand Dutch at all, and I don't even speak or have an iota what the language actually is, but there you go. Ginger 1.9 seconds. It's probably because I'm from the northeast of England as well. Bear Remy and Hades though are having a bit of a battle coming down the straight. Hades and Bear Remy now into the com, and they stay as they are. So Hades, Bear Remy, and that is Virus just in behind as well. Having a look at the pit stops, Virus has already been into the pit, so he is behind Bear Remy at this stage and is trying to look around the outside. Ooh, not quite going to be brave enough. Virus, he's on a fresher set of the medium compound of tyres compared to Bear Remy, who is on an older set of the compound, and there you go, there are the tyre graphics for you guys. With Virus right on the back coming through Pouon. If you get a good enough run, you could be in position to try and get the move done around the outside. Bear Remy is going to have to hold tight. Oh, Virus just trying to come across him slightly. There's a little bit of contact. Remy's trying to hold around the outside now. Good racing between them both. Just that little bit of contact. Virus maybe just having a bit of snap of oversteer, and Remy is just losing the touch now. Virus is up, and he's up to P13. We've got a lot of action coming into the pit. Maximus, Chaos all in, the leaders are in as well. Ginger is into the pits, so Ginger out of the pits. He's on a fresh set of medium compounded tyres. Of course, it is just the one-stop strategy here tonight and not a normal 50% race that you guys are used to. Sean then leads the way out in front from Cass in second, who has jumped Ginger as a result of those team orders. Maybe affecting Ginger's race, I think, more than anything else. But we have to see, oh, Ginger getting caught on the curb. Goodness me, I thought he was nearly a goner coming through a Rouge and Radion. God almighty, nearly having a heart attack there. Don't do that to me. Cass and Ginger, 410s coming through into the com. We've got a bit of action going on further down the field. Chaos and Hades, both recently out the pits. Chaos just saunters past Hades, and Steph as well trying to get involved as well. Could be 3 wide into that com. They've got to fight for themselves, and Steph has managed to get past Hades. Good fair driving there between them both, and Steph is through and he's up to P9. Of course, he's on a fresher set of the soft compound of tyres. Hades and Virus in behind are on the older set of the medium compound of tyres. Of course, remember, with the tyre wear, about 5% for the softs, about 4% for the mediums. There's only 1% in it, but trust me, the tyre wear does seem to degrade it, as Steph is surely not going to go around the outside on Chaos through Puon. What a move that is by Steph! Right around the outside of Puon. I'm not sure if Chaos might have backed off and given him the position, but fair play whatever happened there, because Steph has just mincemeated him around the outside, and he is up into P8. That is the sort of moves that we love to see here on TTTV, and especially so in the mini league, because that was phenomenal around the outside. He might be on a fresher set of softs, but give him credit where credit's due. Terror Racer right on the back of Atlas Corporal. Atlas Corporal still yet to come into the pits. Don't expect him in just yet. Runs slightly deep into the bus stop chicane. Terror Racer now right on the back. Sean is into the pits. He's put on a fresh set of medium compounded tyres. Virus and Hades are having a bit of a squabble as well further down the field. We'll cut to that in just a second, as Terror Racer has completely outdone Hades, who Atlas Corporal, who gets completely locked up into turn 1. And I think Terror Racer, was always going to have that move done. Terror Racer up into 4th position. Don't think there needs to be a stupid investigation about that. Just a bit of banging wheels here and there. Very fair move, I think. Completed this. Sean is out of the race and he binned it, coming through Radion, and James Killer nearly does the same thing. My goodness me. Radion catching quite a few out. Virus has gone past Hades though in the meantime. And there's a battle for the lead as well, because Cass, Ginger and Ventink are separated by 0.8 of a second as they come down toward Puon on lap 7 out of 11. This mini league does go quick, you guys, and Cass leads by 0.4 of a second. Now coming through once again Puon, Ginger and Ventink in behind 2nd and 3rd. Terror Racer 4th, Atlas Corporal in 5th. They're currently the top 5 on your screens. And Atlas Corporal still yet to come into the pits, so this will give Maximus and Steph possibly looking for a top 5 position. Of course, the guys will be working for themselves. Looking at the lot of Dane and Norwegian style language coming in there in the comments, I do not understand some of these things, you know. Venting is trying to look around the outside into Bonchemon. Ginger gets caught on the curb, pushes him wide and gets 3-second time penalty as a result. Oh, and the 2 P&P drivers have contacted. Ginger completely messes up his braking point into Cass. I can't believe what we have just seen. And Ventink inherits the lead of the race. Ginger is trying to look up the inside on Ventink. He's going to have to give him room around the outside. Ventink, I think, has got the move done on Ginger. He has. He holds on to the lead of the race. Dramatic stuff here in Mini League 2. The 2 teammates collide. Ginger and Cass into each other. Just a complete lock-up, I think, there from Ginger, who might have sustained front wing damage. He doesn't look like he has. He's now right around the outside of Ventink on the Kemmel straight, and it looks like he's going to get the move done into the com. He does. Ginger is through into the lead of the race. But drama here in Belgium. We've also got further down the field, Steph and Maximus swapping positions. So Steph is through. He's up to P5. Not surprised. He's on a set of soft compound of tyres, and he makes easy work of Maximus for 5th position. Back on board with the battle for the lead though. Ginger and Venting separated by about 0.3 of a second, running down towards Puon. Hazara has lost the position to Hades. That must have been down the straight, so Hades is now ahead of Hazara. Plenty of good comments coming through. This is a class race, I've got to say, from Darkbolt and Venting right on the back of Ginger. This race pretty much has it all, and to think we've got round 2 to come in Japan as well. Don't tune out just yet, I'm telling you now. Venting right on the back of Ginger though. Oh, we see, nearly into the wall through Stavilo. Venting taking evading action of the wall. He's got actually the move done even before Blanchimon. Venting has sailed past Ginger, but Ginger is sticking right in there. He's almost glued to his backside. He's trying to look down the inside, not going to try and commit the move. Venting just goes in a little bit too deep. Ginger right on the background though. Cass is still in third after that contact. He's doing well to actually catch back up, and the more these guys battle, do not count Cass out for the overall win. Hades is round out on track, and that is through Stavilo. It's finally caught somebody out, Stavilo. And Hades is out of the race. He will not be picking up any points for the team. Sean, Cam and Nexus Aspect won't be picking up points for the team either. But now Ginger looking right on the back of Venting. The hunter now becoming the hunted is Venting, and Ginger ran around the outside until Ecom pulls off the move and literally parks himself on the apex. Venting trying his hardest to try and get the move back done, but it's not quite, and Ginger holds on to the lead of the race. Cass is just losing a little bit of ground. We'll inspect his car. He hasn't got any front wing damage that's visible. Maybe he's just lacking in a little bit of the pace that is that the guys ahead are showing. Chaos has got Maximus. That was on the exit into... as Maximus goes in a little bit too deep. I'm not sure if Chaos might have completed that move unfairly. I didn't see it, but Chaos is through, and anyways, and Maximus is up into 6th position. Venting and Ginger though still for the lead of the race. You can tell my voice is going. I'm trying to do this without a drink as well, so don't judge me on that. Not through the middle sector once again. Ginger and Venting are fighting out the lead of the race. You would imagine Venting will be at a much better angle. Ginger is trying to keep that car as much as possible, defensive as possible, but Venting is through, and he's seen it through the inside into Blanchimon, but Cass now beginning to catch back up. 1.1 seconds separating, so suddenly the pace has literally came into Cass, and he's coming right on the back of these two. You know, three-way battle for the lead of the race to end us off here in Mini League 2 at Belgium won't be too damning at all. I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. Varus right on the back of James Killer coming into the bus stop chicane, provide you with as much action as possible, of course, guys, out on track, and James Killer defending the position well, taking a much neater line, I've got to say, through the bus stop chicane, and Varus right on the back, not going to be close enough down into the source at turn 1. Varus holds on to 10th position. Back on board with the battle for the lead, though. It's getting going into Lecom once again. Ginger and Venting at side by side through Lecom. Ginger and Venting, they're not giving each other any room at all. This will be fantastic racing. Venting has somehow defended that, has he? The Dutchman has somehow fended him off. The two Dutchmen. Venting and Ginger, absolutely unbelievable one-on-one racing between them both. They should be very, very pleased about that. I am certainly pleased, but Ginger runs out wide. Has he got right side end plate damage? I think he might actually. Just have a look at this. Yeah, he's missing his right side end plate, so there's obviously been some sort of contact between Ginger and Venting somewhere out on track. I'm not sure where it was. I have a feeling it might have been down into the Lecom chicane. This is now going to free Cass, I think, into second, because Ginger may just let him through down towards Blanchimon and try and have a go at him on this final lap, and that's exactly what you guys are going to be seeing here, as Cass is round the outside into Blanchimon, and team orders at a premium there for them both, and I think it's the fairest thing to do. If the car ahead has got front wing damage, let through the guy who could be quicker and maybe even drag him into the race. But I think onto the final lap, Venting is going to be giving the Academy team a bit of a helping hand here with this win. Looking at how TTG have got on, there are only 3 drivers at the minute. Conti down in 15th and Maximus in 6th position as well, so a bit of a mixed bag really for the TTG team. Looking at everyone else, I think PMP are going to be leading coming down into round 2, which will be Japan. Ginger right on the back. He's going to keep Cass honest though. for second position. It is a shame, of course, that we haven't got the battle for the lead. I think these guys, yeah, not using any ERS at all. I think they just want the points. Cass and Ginger, Teresa in 4th position. Chaos right on the back of Maximus, trying to catch down on the Camel straight down towards Lecom, I should say. La Source and Lecom always get me mixed up. Chaos and Maximus coming through 6 and 7. Well, they're in 6th and 7th. And Virus has gone past James Killer down the inside at the end of the Camel straight there. I've just realised we're on the final lap. Good to speed. It's gone so quick. Venting then leads the way from Cass in 2nd, Ginger in 3rd, who has now beaten a retreat essentially with his front wing damage, that right side end plate damage, not doing him any harm at all, but he is losing the time. Teresa in 4th, Steph in 5th, Maximus 6th, Chaos 7th. Looks like Katz is in 8th, Virus now in 9th. He got the move done on James Killer, who made a mistake, I think, and has lost a little bit of time to Virus. But let's ride on board with the man of the moment, who has kept it clean throughout, Venting. The Dutchman is going to be winning here tonight to score TTG Academy their first win in Mini League 2. Will it be the first of many? Well, you just have to tune into Japan and find out. Venting across the line to win here in Mini League 2. Sets a new fastest lap of the race to boot. Cass in 2nd, Ginger in 3rd. And I have been reminded that there is no fastest lap points available for the team. So they're going to have to do it the hard way. It's Chaos and Maximus. Speaking of doing it the hard way, they go side by side across the line. Maximus gains on Chaos right at the end of the race. Katz will finish in 8th position. He's been going a bit of a meow there, to be honest, across the line in 8th. Spins out the car. Virus in 9th, James Killer in 10th. That was a very bad catch, Joe. Tamberg in 11th. Jumps up into 10th. Hazara in 12th. Atlas Corporal, rest to forget for him. Same with Bear Remy, Conti and Vax Viking. OWR, I'm sure we'll be hoping for a better result in Japan in just about 10 minutes time or so. Bear Remy across the line in 14th. 16 finishers in total, all being well. Conti across the line in 15th. And Vax Viking now coming up to the bus stop chicane for 16th position. PMP take 3 out of the top 4 positions, but it is Cass who takes it on penalties from Ventink in 2nd. Ginger with that front wing damage. It will come back to haunt him for that race, but I'm sure the performances will still be there, and the consistency, I'm sure, the PMP team will be something to look upon as we go into Japan, of course, for round 2. Looking at the comments section, only one TTG in the top 5. Yeah, that was only Venting, of course, who did take 2nd place here tonight. But your winner is the fantastic Cass, the Dane, who takes it here for race 1 in Belgium. We have got about 13 minutes to go. I'll give a bit of a debrief on this stream for the Belgium race, and then I'll give a bit of a preview as well for Japan, which you'll expect on another stream. Yeah, looking at Ginger saying, stop pushing me penalties. Well, we'll have to find out what happened there. Cass takes it though from Venting in 2nd, Ginger in 3rd, Teresa in 4th, Steph from 14th up to 5th. Good drive from him with Maximus in 2nd. Chaos, it was Chaos out on track, quite literally, to pardon the pun. He was 7th, the Irishman, for the Nexus team. Nexus Cats also falling in 8th. Virus and Tamberg filling out the top 10. James Killer, another Nexus driver, right there in 11th, so they're going to be quite consistent. Hazara, Atlas Corporal, Bear Remy, Conti running off the top 15. Vax Viking, the only other one to finish. Hades, Sean, Cam and Aspect at different parts in the race, retiring out on track. Cam and Aspect, I think, got caught up in a bit of contact, and I think we had that confirmed through. I thought I left TTG. No, I definitely have not left TTG. I'm still here, and that's why I'm here commentating you guys through the action. I've been with the team for about 7 months now, I think. So it's all going swimmingly well. In regards to Venting and Ginger, of course, if you do have any video footage of the incidents, do send them through, because we will, of course, be having a look at any footage that does come through. In the meantime, I'll give a bit of a debrief from Belgium. It was a very good performance from Cass, I've got to say, the Dane winning. Ventink in 2nd, Ginger in 3rd, PMP really stealing the headlines there, I think, with their pure consistency and very good driving as well from Ginger and Ventink. At times, there might have been a bit of pushing and shoving, but that's racing at the end of the day. That's what you guys have got to think. Looking at some of the comments, some of the other comments that have came through as well. So basically PMP has won the mini league. I don't know. You'll have to tune in to Japan and find out. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a rest and then I'll be back on stream in about 3 or 4 minutes time. So until then, I've been James Head. Tune in for 3 or 4 minutes time for Japan. We're running different streams for the different races, and that's the same for Mini League 1 as well. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and until, well, 2 minutes time, goodbye.